C-O-C-O, Oshta Sahiya. Sahiya. There we go. Wado. Hello, hello. Good evening. Thank you for watching. I'm trying to get evening down. Sahiya. Anyway, I was going to wait till tomorrow, but I just could not. And it's regarding Tylenol. I've had some instances with OTCs, over the counters, and but anyway, that's just my deal, and I'll talk about that another time when I have a little bit more time, but I'm cutting into family time right now. But I mean, I was just thinking about it, I was like, good God, come on. Remove yourself from everything. Just be an outsider looking in, leading with logic, okay? Let's get all the brains firing on all cylinders and everything, all the coordinates, right? Little, all the little sections of the brain, let's get them working together. So, I don't mean to be rude, okay? We're leading with logic, all right? So let me tell you, if you want to believe that Tylenol does not cause autism, right? Are you still using lead-based paint? Are you coating your kids' toys in it? What about paint chips? You feeding your kid paint chips with snacks, like for snacks or with snacks, whatever, right? Lead-based paint chips. How's about you sprinkling asbestos on your body in place of talcum powder? Oh, hold on. What about, let's see, talcum powder, baby powder, powders, whatever you are referring to it as, are you still using talcum powder? Because that causes cancer. And there are plenty of people who are affected by that. Tons of cases. So much so, isn't that in like the mesothelioma ads or something? I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like they've got ads on the TV. At least they used to back when I watched commercials. I don't watch none of that stuff. Definitely don't watch like regular TV like that. And on top of that, if you just let logic drive the bus, okay, I'm going to let you know that Advil causes kidney deterioration with a quickness. I know it for a fact, okay? I'll do another thing on that. It'll be the thing that I do tomorrow or the next day or whatever it is, the over-the-counter thing, right? And I'll tell you about that. In detail, giving you some of my personal business on a different level that I've never shared before, I don't think. So, anyway, all of those types of things, they don't just come out in the open right away. You drinking Monsanto, putting it in your eyeballs, like not wearing protection when you're using any of their things, any of their stuff. It's banned in other countries. Like Monsanto is literally banned. From the coating that they use on seeds to prevent weed development and everything, to the weed killers, the sprays, all banned. There are people who won, the gentleman who was spraying he was working for a landscaping crew for, on a school ground or something like that. And he was all suited up, dude. Think about it. If you have to use a product where you have to suit up in like a hazmat suit thing, and he's spraying it from a backpack sprayer where you have that pump on the side, and all of a sudden, boom, the hose comes loose. The pressure is already built up in the thing, and he's getting sprayed with all that. It's getting everywhere. He broke out with cancer, like terrible skin conditions and stuff. And so he filed suit against Monsanto. And Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was the advisor on there, on the committee or whatever it was. And the only reason why they won, he said, was because they didn't have a disclaimer on their product. So they had to pay him tons of money, a lot of millions with an S of dollars, right, for this. And then they also, I do believe now, have to have that disclaimer that you need to have protective gear on, and that I guess they're not liable if you get cancer or whatever. But like, come on. right? And then what happened with all the lead base paint and stuff? What'd they do? Like the toys coated in lead. They sent them overseas, which is so sad. But seriously though, you're gonna get irked if nobody tells you about fill in the blank being harmful to your health or whatever. So you need to remove the logic. I mean, not remove the logic, excuse me. You need to remove the like bipartisan stuff or like the political side or whatever it is, and like lead with logic, right? And be grateful and thankful that somebody said it. Somebody said, hey, we've done this research and this is what it shows. Because I'm going to tell you, there's people out there who abuse over-the-counter stuff. I mean, like, they take it like candy. They gave us Advil, so much Advil in the Marine Corps that literally we called it candy. Like, oh, okay, well, what'd they give you? They gave me candy, which was 800 milligrams, tablets, or whatever you call those. 800 milligrams, and they would tell us to take so ever many of those a day, or as needed, or whatever. There's people who abuse prescription drugs. We all know that, including things that you would think so harmless or whatever as like Xanax or something like that. Oh, anxiety, you know, you got to stop them panic attacks, whatever. I knew a girl that literally took like 9 of them one time. I was like, what the heck is wrong with her? And I was told she took that. I'm like, we're leaving. We're out of here, dude. Don't want to be around that. No way, right? So she's like, oh, I heard that you had a problem with that I took that. Oh, I take these all the time. And I was like, it don't matter to me none. You're abusing it. Oh, well, what do you mean? It was prescribed by a doctor. And I was like, what? Oh, no, we're definitely out of here. Like, she is just like, woo, right? Don't even want that around. Don't want that juju. You know what I mean? And, like, if she's doing that, what else is she okay with? Or whatever. But I had an aunt that would take copious amounts of Benadryl just to fall asleep. Okay, so like the as needed stuff, people think, "Ooh, I need it," and then they don't understand. They become dependent on it. There's so many natural ways that you can help yourself. You will not feel the effects like you want to if you don't detox from all of that over-the-counter stuff or whatever it is. Once you do that and you start getting your health moving in the right direction, and just like your overall health in general, like, you know, your sleep and all that stuff will improve as you move in the right direction with your health. And then you'll be able to do that other stuff that's holistic and stuff where all this stuff is derived from in the first place, right? All these plants and stuff, that's where they're getting all these compounds from. And then they're filling it with fillers and whatever else and things that they don't want to tell us about, i.e. Tylenol being linked to autism, right? Which I'll talk about that when I talk about over-the-counter stuff, my opinion on all of that in depth. But I just thought that I would hit you with a little logic before I go spend some time with my family. Don't go, honey, you could get you in a good till we meet again. Love you, mean it.